Okay, guys, so let's begin the session. So, everyone, am I audible? Yeah, please respond, everyone. Am I audible? Okay, so let's begin the session now. So, yesterday we have already discussed about the Azure data engineering and the basics of the Azure data engineering. Okay, so let us just brush it up and we'll go ahead on the further process. Okay, so everyone. So, guys, let's see here. So, as you know, Azure data engineering, everyone, Azure data engineering, Azure data engineering, Azure data engineering, as already we have discussed yesterday. Okay, so as already we have discussed about the Azure data engineering. So, guys, the Azure data engineering is nothing but we can say the bunch of cloud services. Everyone, it is called as a bunch of cloud services. It's a bunch of cloud services. Okay, guys. So Azure data engineering is the bunch of cloud services. Okay, it's a bunch of cloud services where these cloud services, where these cloud services, everyone, where these cloud services are used to perform the following task. What is that? The first one, you can say it as what, everyone? You can say it as what is it? Data. What's it? Migration. Yeah, data migration. Then we have what's it? Data integration. Data migration, data integration. Yes, exactly. Then we have what's it? Data
Summarization.
Exactly, summarization. And finally, we have what's data
Visualization.
visualization. Visualization. So, guys, here you have it. The following are the, everyone, the following are the, we can say the task we can do it by using the Azure data engineering. Wherein here, guys, the whole process starts from what? The whole process starts from what? Which point? Can we say the whole process starts from the data, guys?
Data.
Yeah, in fact. Huh? Okay. So, guys, everyone, here you what's it, guys? Data. The whole process. Okay, the whole process starts from the data. That means accumulation of the data. That is gathering of the data. The whole process starts from the gathering of data. So we can say data is nothing but what, guys? Information. Am I right? Data is nothing but what? Information. And now the next question is, where do we get this information, guys, everyone? This information, we always get it from the source of information. Am I right? Source of data. We can say you can get the data from the source of data, guys. So here we can say, guys, data is nothing but the information. And information, we can get it from the source of information. Information, we can get it from the source of information. So what is the source of information we can have, everyone? We can say, guys, we can get the data from the social networking sites. Social networking sites. So what are social networking sites? We can say the social networking sites are the following. Okay. What are those? The first one we can say, what is it, guys? Facebook, Insta, Facebook, Insta. We can say, guys, Facebook, Insta. Then you what's it, guys? Snapchat. We can also say WhatsApp. WhatsApp. Okay. So these are all the, you can say, guys, these are all the etc. These are all the, and we can also say Twitter. Twitter. Okay, these are all what's a Twitter right now. We call it as what? X, guys. We call it as what? X. So these are all the sources of data. That means this place from where we get the data. That is called as what? Sources of data. So we can get the data from the following source, guys. And now when you get the data from these following source, these are called as what? Huge or bulky data. Huge or bulky data, guys. Huge or bulky data. So we can say what's it, guys? Huge or bulky data. Huge or bulky data. We can say it as what? Huge or bulky data. So we can say, guys, everyone, we can say it as what? Huge or bulky data. We can say what's it, guys? It is huge or bulky data. Okay, so we have what's that, guys? Huge or bulky data. We can say what's that, guys? Huge or bulky data. In the same way, this is not only the source from where we can get the data. We can have many sources from where we can expect the data as well. Okay. What are the sources we can say? The second one we can say, guys, data. That is nothing but data. As you know, it is nothing but the information, you can say. Data is nothing but what's that, guys? We can say it as what? Information. Okay. Data is nothing but we can say what's that? Information. So from where we get the data? From the source of data, guys. From the source of data. So what is the source of data? What is the source of data? We can say, guys, the following are the another source from where we can expect the data. That is nothing but, guys, we can say we can get the data from the banking applications. Banking applications. We can get the data from the banking applications, guys. We can get the data from what? From the banking application. We can get the data from the banking applications. Okay. So what are the banking applications? Banking applications are those. Okay, guys. So we can say what's it? Banking applications. So banking applications are those applications which are used at the banking sector level, which are used at the banking sector, which are used at the banking sector. Okay. Whereas these applications generates, guys, these applications generates what's it, guys? Massive amount of data. These applications generate what's it, guys? Massive amount of data. Massive amount of data. So we can say massive amount of data, or you can say massive volume of the data. Anything you can say it here, guys. Massive amount of data or the massive volume of the data, whatever you say, we can get the data from the banking applications. But this is not the end. Again, we can also get the data from various sources as well. Am I right? Apart from the banking applications, guys, we can also expect the data from the various sources. What are the other sources? Let us try to see them all. Okay. So we can say we can also get the data, guys. We can also get the data from the source called, what is it, guys, everyone? We can also get the data from the source called, what is it? It can be human generated or machine generated, guys. It can be human generated or machine generated. So we can say, guys, we can say, what's it, guys? We can get the data from the source of data. That we can say it here as what, guys, everyone? We can get the data from the source of data. And then we can say what's it, guys? It can be human generated. That means human generated means what, guys? It is generated by you and me. So we can say human generated data. We can say it as what? Human generated data. And then we can also say it as what, guys? It can also be machine generated. That means the data which is generated by the machine. Human generated means what, guys? You and me generate the data. Na? That is called a human generated data. Machine generated data means, simple example, guys. Xerox machine is there. X-ray machine is there. All these are what? Machines. So the machine generated data will also be one of the part, or we can say, guys, machine generated data or human generated data are also the part of what? Huge data. So whereas this is called as what, guys? Big data. Not only this, all the data, basically whatever the terminology I'm using it, whether it is whether it is massive amount of data or huge volume of the data or the big data, all are one or the same, guys. It makes no difference. So we can say what's it? This all are what's it, guys? This all are what is it, everyone? This all are called as what, guys, everyone? This all are called as what? massive amount of data or a huge volume of the data. Okay. Whereas, guys, everyone, whereas when we talk about this one, what is it? Whereas, whether you have any source which generates the data. Okay, guys. So, whereas this data basically, we call it as what? Big data. In broad, we call it as what, guys? Big data. We call it as what? Big data. Big data means what, guys? Massive amount of data is called as what? Big data. Massive amount of data is called as what, guys? Big data. So, guys, what is big data? Big data is nothing but, guys, big is nothing but huge, na, guys, everyone. Big is nothing but what, guys? Huge. Big is nothing but what? Huge. Big is nothing but what? Huge. Okay, big is nothing but what? Huge. So we can say what's it, guys? Huge volume of the data is called as what, guys? Big data. Huge volume of the data is called as what, guys? Big data. Huge volume of the data is called as what? Big data. Whether you say huge volume or whether you can say, guys, massive amount of data, one or the same, guys. Whereas this data is basically classified or divided into three categories. What are those? The first one, you can say it as what, guys? Structured data. Structured data. And the second one, we can say what's it, guys? Semi-structured data. Semi-structured data. And third one, we can say it as what, guys? Unstructured data. Unstructured data, that is called as what, guys? Semi-structured data, structured data, and as well as the unstructured data. So these all are called as what is three varieties of or three categories of big data. That is called as what, guys? Structured data, semi-structured data, and as well as the unstructured data, guys. Now, guys, the next one we can say it was what, guys? Structured data. What is structured data? Let's try to understand this, everyone. Structured data is nothing but, guys, everyone, the data which is kept in the proper form of a table. The data which is kept under the proper form of a table. Under the proper form of table. So whereas, guys, what we can say, table is a collection of what, guys? Rows and columns. Rows and columns. So we can say, guys, table is the collection of what? Rows and columns. So we can say structured data is nothing but, guys, everyone, structured data is nothing but the data which is kept in the proper form of what, guys? Rows and columns. The data which is kept in the proper form of what? Rows and columns. The data which is kept in the proper form of what? Rows and columns is called as what, guys? Structured data. Is called as what, guys? Structured data. For example, I can show you here what is the structured data here. So I'll take an example of here. Employees is the where you have what's it, guys? Name, ID, job, and salary. These are the things we have it, guys, everyone. So I can say these are the columns. You can say name, ID, job, and salary. And I can say it here as what? Some name as Alan. Okay, guys. And ID number something. Okay, this one. And again, the job is software engineer. Then I can say salary is 50,000. And then I can say what's it, guys? Bobby. So again, I can say like this, guys, everyone. SSC. And then I can say 60,000. So guys, this data, basically, it is nothing but the data which is kept in the proper form of rows and columns. So hence we can say this is called as what? The structured data, where if you look onto this data, in one instance, you can say that these are the rows and these are the columns, guys. So we can say these are the rows and these are the columns just in one instance because the data is kept in a proper form. And now further, no more changes is needed on the data, which is called as what is structured data. When you have structured data, there is no more changes. There are no more changes needed here for the structured data, guys. Okay, there are no more changes needed for the structured data. There are no more changes needed for the structured data, guys. Okay, so that's called as what, guys? Structured data. Then we have what's that? Semi-structured data. So guys, what is semi-structured data? Semi-structured data is nothing but the data which is kept in the form of a JSON files, or else in the form of a HTML files. The data which is kept in the proper form of what? JSON files, HTML files. Okay, guys. The data which is kept in the proper form of what? JSON files, HTML files, and you can say XML files, guys. XML file. These all are called as what, guys? Semi-structured data. These are all called as what? Semi-structured data. These all called as what? Semi-structured data. These all are called as what? Semi-structured data. So now, everyone, what is JSON? JSON stands for Java Script Object Notation File. JavaScript Object Notation File. So we can say what's that, guys, everyone? JavaScript Object Notation File, JSON file, where the JSON file, the data will be recorded in the JSON file in the form of a key value pair, guys. In the form of what? Key value pair. So we can say, what is a key value pair, guys? I will explain you. So the data which is recorded in the form of what's it, guys? Key value pair. The data which is recorded in the form of a key value pair. So I can say like this, guys. What is key value pair? So I can say what's that, guys, everyone? So this is not the key value pair. I can use it here. This is called as the opening brace and this is called as the closing brace. I can say key value pair. Key colon value, and then I can say pair. What is this key? What is this value? This is pair here. It is very simple, guys. Need not get any confused. That is, need not have any confusion on the same. The column names are called as keys here. So according to you, how many column names are there, guys? Name is there, ID number is there, job is there, and salary is there. Name, ID number, job, and sal. Name, ID number, job, and sal, guys. Okay. So we have what's that, guys? Name, ID number, job, and sal. Name, ID number, job, and sal is there. Name, ID number, job, and salary. Name, ID number, job, and salary. These are all the columns you have it. So guys, I can say name is the first key. Come here. I'm writing it. The data will be there in what? In the curly braces format, guys. So here you can open the curly brace and you can close it. Now write it down. The column name. The first column name is name. Na? Put it under double quotation marks, colon followed by the value. What is the value, guys? The first row is what? Alien, na everyone? Alien. Then you have a comma. Come to the next line. Then you can say ID. Then you can say what's that, guys? 443, comma. Guys, the third word is what you can say. Guys, everyone, the third one is nothing but I can say job. What is the job you have it, guys, everyone? The job, let us say here as a software engineer. Because see, everyone, are you concentrating here? Basically, when you have a character column or character data, then only the data is put in the double quotes. If it is a numeric, no data is put in the double quotes, guys. See here. I'm coming to the next line here. Now, again, I'm using it, guys, everyone. So I am using the salary. Salary is a numeric, now, so there will be no other quotes here. So finally, this is the data you have. Okay. So whereas this is called as what? Key value pair. So the keys are nothing but, guys, the columns, and values are nothing but the value you have it. Together, both of them is called as what? Key value pair. Together, both of them is called as what? Key value pair. Together, both of them is called as what? Key value pair. Okay. Together, both of them are called as what? Key value pair. So we can say key and the value together is called as a key value pair. So guys, the next one after this. Everyone is following or not? Please respond now.
Yes, we are following.
Okay. So next after this, okay. The next, I'll write it down the second row because your further rows are there now. Your two rows are there. This is the first row and this is the second row is also there. So how to write the second row? So I'm coming to the same one. Guys, everyone, I'm copying the data here. paste the data here, guys, everyone. Now simply change the value here. So instead of Alan, you give the name as what, guys? Bobby. Instead of this one, you can give it as what? 643. Instead of this one, you can say senior software engineer. Instead of 50, you can have 60. There is no further comma series. So whereas can you see here, guys, everyone? So this is nothing but called as what? Key value pair. So whenever the data is allocated in the form of a key value pair, this is called as a JSON. Now, what is the advantage when you have data like this kept in the form of a CSV? And what is the advantage of putting the data in the form of a JSON? Guys, everyone, technically, I'm just telling you, the JSON is a lightweighted file. JSON is a lightweighted file which can carry the heavy volume of the data, and the processing time will be almost all zero. The processing time will be almost all zero, guys. The processing time will be almost all zero. There will be no processing time required here, guys. Very less processing time is needed by the same one. Okay. So whereas if you process the data which is kept in the form of what's it, guys? Which is kept in the form of what? Rows and columns. This will take much, it will occupy much area in the memory. So hence the processing speed may decrease because of this reason. So all these are the things you have to consider it. So JSON is considered as the best file format to store the data. JSON is considered as the best file format to store the data into the cloud environment, or to carry the data from the on-premises to the cloud, or cloud to cloud transfer as well. Okay. Everyone, please respond, ma. Yeah. Okay. The next one. What's the next one you have it, guys? But this is not the only format you can say, guys. Everyone. In the semi-structured, this is not the only format. You can also say, guys, apart from the JSON, you can also have the format called what? HTML is there and XML. Now, anyways, HTML requires some technicality where you have to define the body, okay, and head, all the things. I'll not confuse you guys. Now, at this point of time, I'll use the XML here, guys. So I can use the XML here. So what is XML, guys? XML is nothing but it. You can say it as what? Extendable markup language or exponential markup language. Some name. Okay. So we can say XML file. How does XML file appears? Same data. I will write it in XML format, guys. This is called as the opening brace, or which we can say it as what? Root tag. This is called as what, guys? Everyone? Row tag. Root tag and row tag. Okay. Root tag and row tag. So guys, this is called as a root tag and row tag. These are the two tags you have it. Now tell me what is the root tag you have it. Root tag means what? The root tag here, just to observe this data. The root tag here is nothing but, guys, employees is the root tag, you can see. Okay, the name of the table. So I'm using the root tag. This is called as a root tag, opening root tag. It is called as what? Opening root tag. Opening root tag. Then the next one, row tag. This is called as what, guys? You don't say here it is opening or closing, but data differs here. Now the first row, what is the first row you have it? Name is the first column. Guys, name is the first column, which here it itself is an opening here. And this is a closing. So closing means what? You have to use a slash here. What about the data? What about the data, guys? What about the data in this case? The data will be kept between these two. What is the data you have it, guys, everyone? A. Hmm? The one you have to. Okay. This is called as the opening row tag. Simple. And this is called as a closing row tag. Between these two, you have a data here. Guys. Okay. In the same way, the next row you have it, guys, everyone. Tell me what is the next thing you have it? ID now. Opening ID. And the value is 443. Now closing ID. This is data. The third row or the third column, you can see it here. Job.
Can you scroll down, sir? We can't see your after
Sure.
Alan. Yeah, thank you.
Job. So this is a closing job. So when you're closing, you have to use a slash job. Okay, the job. What's the job you have it? Software engineer now. Now, slash job. Now it is closed. In the same way, guys, you have how many more columns are there? One more column called salary is there. So how to close it? How to close it? So for that, again, let us see here, everyone. Salary, opening sal, close it. The salary value, what's the value of 50,000 now? Then closing sal, use a slash here. Now, guys, this is the one you can say the tag here. Guys, this is called as what? A tag. Now copy this tag. You have one more row to be entered now. So instead of Alan, here I will take the name as what, guys? Bobby. And instead of 443, I'll use it as what? 643. And then I'll use it here as what? SSE. Close it. Instead of 50,000, you have what's it, guys? 60,000 is there. Now, finally, the data is completed. You have to close the main tag. This is called a root tag. Root tag closing, everything is fine here. Slash, use the employees. Now, this is the one you have. Okay. So this is called as what? Semi-structured data, guys. So as a data engineer, you have to deal with the structured data and as well as a semi-structured data, guys. And the finally you have unstructured. Unstructured means no structure here, guys. No structure in the sense you can say it as what, guys, everyone? You can say it as photos, videos, chat history, photos, videos, chat history, all this you can use it here. This all comes under data. So as a data engineer, what will be your job in the real time actually is that first of all, you have to take the unstructured data, convert them into semi-structured, Then semi-structured to what it guys again? Structured. Okay. So this is how we are going to deal with here with the data guys. Okay. Everyone is clear with the concept? Any doubts or questions you have? You can ask me, please. Just a minute.
Are we going to continue these classes?
Yeah. We are going to continue this class as well.
Okay.
Every day at 8 p.m. you will have it.
Okay.
Every day at 8 p.m. we'll have the sessions.
Okay.
It's a continued classes.
No, last time I joined, actually it was postponed, so I just want to come.
Might be the sometimes what happens, the strength because of this strength may be low, so I think they have postponed it. Yeah, so everyone is clear with the concept. So these are all the things we are going to see it here, guys. Okay, that is called as what? The data. So tomorrow we will start with the main subject, guys. We will start with the Azure Data Factory. As already we know that these are all the services we are going to see. Tomorrow I'm going to start with the ADF. The first session on the ADF we are going to see tomorrow. Okay, how the ADF works, what are the patterns you'll have it, what kind of things we have it, how to create the subscription, everything I will give you tomorrow on this. Okay, so guys, meanwhile, if you want, as already I have shared you my YouTube channel and everything, I'll once again share it today. If you want, you can, this is my personal channel. So you people can go ahead on this. This is the channel name, YouTube channel. Okay, and for the contents brochure, you can just view the website as well. This is the website, guys. Okay, I've just posted in the chat box. You can see it for all the sample videos and everything. Okay, so any more doubts, guys? We have it. Okay, so that's it, guys. I'll share you my mobile number as well. If you want, you can just call me up anytime. That's it, guys. So that's it for the day here. We'll continue tomorrow at 8 p.m. Okay, thank you. Any questions you have?
Samirji, actually, no, you told that 8 to 10, so 2 hours will be taking for the two.
Yeah, 9 to 10 will be ADB.
ADB. So from
Yeah,
tomorrow,
every day.
the
Yeah.
delegation
No,
tomorrow
from
onwards.
day after tomorrow onwards, we'll have 9 to 10 as well.
Okay, day after tomorrow. Okay.
8
So
to
this
9, 9 to
class
10.
is like 2 hours?
Yeah, 2 hours. Why? Because the portion is very vast.
Okay.
As I wanted to cover it up, I'm taking 2 sessions, one on the ADB, one on the ADF. First session, 8 to 9 will be on the ADF, 9 to 10 will be the ADB.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the pattern we have.
So with today, the demo class is going to be done and tomorrow will be the start, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And tomorrow also you have the same link. No change in the link tomorrow. From day after tomorrow, you will have the change in the link.
Okay. So for the new link, do we have to call you or?
You can get in touch with the DURGASOFT if you want. You can call me as well. That's not a problem. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. I'm ending the session. Bye-bye. And you'll get the recording on the YouTube channel also. You can just go through it, this today's recording. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.